Okay, so what I was gonna say, and hopefully I'm, sharing some stuff that's new, because unless you've been following G.I. Joe, um, and you've already checked out everybody else's videos, you may not know that, as far as I know, this guy right here was originally, he was going to play that, at least the actor that this is supposed to portray, in my opinion. He was originally going to play Destro. And if you get the DVD of the movie, you find out that he had something wrong with like his visa or something like that, and so he wasn't able to come into the US. And so they were like, well, we still want him to be part of the movie, plus we've already hired him. So very interesting that it makes me wonder, did they originally plan for him to be in the beginning of the movie as they did it, and then also, to play himself, or not himself, I guess technically, but to not only play Destro the Ninth, but then he was later supposed to play Destro the 24th. And again, that could be explained because he's from the same family, and so eventually he just has the same genes, and so that's something I think that would definitely be something I would be interested in knowing. So the other great thing about him is whether or not you use him as a G.I. Joe figure in your Joeverse, is that the accessories that he comes with are great. I mean, not only do you get the iron mask that you can use to be on him, and then, unless you're looking really closely that, that there are eyes and his eyes do line up with the mask, it could be just a suit of armor in a display. Um, then what else was I gonna say? He also comes with the sword here, so you get, in my opinion, this helmet that you can either use on him as his or whatever, or you can also use it if you just have a diorama set up. This is basically a pretty close interpretation of the mask that James McCullen the 24th has in his office, and uses as a reminder. So that again, but can be used by itself, in my opinion. Then you also have this fencing kind of sword here, and then he also comes with, I wish I could remember the name of this gun, but it's basically one of these one-shot rifles. So definitely cool that they gave him a sword, a gun, and also the mask. And again, I want to thank anybody who's watching these videos, because not only do I get a chance of sharing my own thoughts and opinions and stuff, is it gives me a reason to play with these things and look at them and admire them and everything. So thank you anyone and everyone that watches my videos. I appreciate that. So the only thing I would say if I was nitpicking was, even though it says James McCullen the Ninth, and we'll get into it later when I do a video for him, but I wish they could have, like they did with another figure, not done the Cobra symbol. They have the Cobra symbol both on his as well as James McCullen the 24th, and only because technically he's not part of Cobra. So, and even this Destro, in a way, the 24th one isn't really technically part of Cobra yet, but I guess it kind of makes sense since one of his accessories later, he is sort of part of Cobra. But again, I can look past that because this is an exclusive, and for the most part, you got so much new tooling and new accessories and all this kind of stuff for such a great deal. I think it was only like $30 or something like that. Definitely less than $40 for all this. And I'm like, right here, this is $15 by itself. these two figures, if you're thinking $7 a figure. And then all the packaging and stuff, so, I know they probably hopefully made some money off of this exclusive, but they also, I really think, gave us our money's worth as long as you get a package that isn't destroyed, because I can't really forget that. So then this is awesome. Again, I'm not going to pronounce his name, but I'm sure one of the reviewers that I'll put in the description and the end, or if you already know how to pronounce it, that hopefully isn't too painful that I'm not attempting that. But definitely a great likeness of the actor that plays Destro in the movie. And the other thing that's cool about this is, as far as I can tell, doesn't use any parts from the exclusive Cobra Commander that they had for another convention, I think, or maybe even the same convention, where he's in a suit. As far as I can tell, this is all brand new tooling. I think the only problem maybe is his hands. His thumbs are kind of non-existent, and at least on that one is.